Here we are, hole 6, guys, par 5. So this is the hole that I originally thought I was on last time. We're set up very similarly. I'm going to use Cataclysm and a Pak 5 here with about 10% extra rings off the tee. So right around 10 rings. I'll stay, of course, 1 or 2 over. And I'm not going to go more than 5-ish on the top spin here. So let's see what this looks like. I'm going to say 2 rings from the edge plus 10 rings. There's 5, 10. Very, very little curl. You want to be a little cautious with that. I'm going to come off just a little bit on the power, just for a little bit more precision. I shouldn't need the longest drive in the world here in order to get home. So let's just try to focus on precision more than anything, and hopefully, stop it before this bad stuff. So there you can see very little risk in what I just did there, and pretty good result. So definitely recommend that. In terms of for the second shot, it's just going to take some practice and adjusting. The more side, you want to make sure that you have a nice side spin ball for this hole. So I would definitely recommend not gear ball. However, if you get down to that bottom fairway, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing, but you're really not going to have that much better of an angle that you can get away with having no side spin. So it looks like it does roll down there. However, one would argue is all that necessary? And, I kind of feel that it's not. So let's just take a look here. We're going to do max here. There's max club, there's min. We're going to be 60-ish, 70%. Somewhere in the neighborhood of here. One and a half on the backspin, 8 rings, and just a little bit of curl as well. Would have liked perfect ball. Let's just see how this works out. Yep. And definitely could have used perfect ball. It would have came in much closer towards the hole. You can see 1.5, 2 backspin with that line is going to be relatively good. It looks like, it comes in with pretty good speed overall and gives you a very good opportunity. Alternatively, if you can get down here, I don't think this is the worst thing that you can do, but I just don't see it being favorable enough that let's see how this plays out. You can see how aggressive you have to get to the tree, which is fine because you're really not in risk of hitting it. It has potential. You just have to kind of use the right rings, and of course, you'd have to make sure that you consistently roll down that hill. So with an upper tier Pak, it might be a pretty solid shot. However, if you're down a Pak 5, a Pak 4, there's a chance of you getting snagged and not making it to the bottom of that hill. And if you don't make that fairway, you're dead. So just something to definitely be thinking about when playing that approach there. So let's take a look here. I do want to, practice these a couple times. I'm not sure what adjustment I want to use. I do believe we're going to be probably on the driver here. And what have I been doing? I've been using the max plus 20 with a little bit into a headwind. Probably going to do a rough bump here with my driver. I can't see any, I don't have the power of the gear ball. Well, but I might not need it. I mean, I could probably do that shot to beat 15 yards, to be honest with you. So normally I might go for the bump, but in a situation like this, it just seems kind of unnecessary. So let's just see how this plays out. You'll see I'm going to play right around 2 or so on the backspin. Let's just take a look at this. I'm thinking in terms of my ring, plus 40, I'm thinking. Just take a look here. 13 rings. We'll try 13. Plus, we're going to make sure that we use some curl as well, just to kind of straighten out that guide on top. So let's see how this looks. Looks like it's coming in pretty good. Just a little bit too much curl. And it did come in a little bit hot. I'm surprised by that because I thought it was a headwind. So I expected it to check up a little bit more, and it didn't. But all in all, not too bad. Might be something worth considering on a win like that. However, in most cases, you might be on sniper. It might be a little bit tougher. So, but something to think about. Alternatively, we'd have to go for that rough bump more than likely with the driver and be able to, use easily kind of take it down with my adjustment that I did. I did like plus 10%, was it, or plus 20% and max number. Should get you in the ballpark of what you need to do as well. So good luck, and I'll see you guys on the next hole.